Do you want to lie again? Do you want to lie again or what? Come on, ready up, bro. I don't want to talk. Come on. Hey, one of y'all boys put y'all scream up.
Yeah, I got it back out.
Bro, Scud, like, you notice nobody's paying you no attention because you're dookie buns. Hot boo-boo.
Go ahead and take in this atmosphere. Just make sure you're focused when that ball is teed up and ready to go. Those dreams.
I ain't got much shit. I can't lack like that in the.
All right, no, you good, my boy. I was just like, damn, all right, bro. I'm finna send it, bro.
I'm searching right now too.
All right, bet. London, get up,
There we
baby.
go, right down.
Get up. I know them boys probably like, yo, what?
This ain't NC me, man. Like, this is.
Excuse me, baby.
This ain't NC me, man.
Put it in the room.
This ain't NC me, man. This nigga is trash, bro. Like, absolute.
They got fucking acrobats on the field. That's the shit I'm scared of right now.
I got to back out, y'all, boy. I got to lock in.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Super Bowl Sunday with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Richardson off the play fake. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Richardson looking to throw this. Under pressure, they got him again. Nolan Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Kramer. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Now inside the 25. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And I'm sure for these... From the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the intro. To come out and get those points in the Super Bowl. Fantastic for the team.
Extra point by Bass.
Hey, don't let him go over there. I don't want to hear them niggas say.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Kramer. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Pearman. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Okay, a big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They'll look to throw here on first down. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
And he fends him off. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And it's 21-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Kramer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And some room to work. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Steelers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Kramer. Got a man here. It's Bryant. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Kramer.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And his kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Richardson.
Going right side here, and that's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
19 Lions. Ready.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Play action. Now Richardson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ready, break. Ready. Crackle 80.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. The throw's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Bass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And laying out for this one is Bryant. He's got it. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Richardson.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Pioneer.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Tyrell Dodson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
18 Rattler.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Nolan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And now this is either a fake or their coach is delusional or both here. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Vikings 6.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Second down and inches. He finds his man complete. It's Medina.
Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
Now it's Pierman. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Richardson going to change the play here.
Buffalo 18.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mustang 19.
Richardson to throw off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Richardson will throw for it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's got daylight.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here we go. 79 Broncos, Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Kramer.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter, as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run with Pearman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll run again.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Flushed out right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 4. Richardson going to move him around.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Get it?
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Come on. 70 Lions, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hey. Drop 60, drop 60.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Ready? '79 Broncos. Go.
Off play action. Richardson
going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
19, Tiger.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, set. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
One more quarter remains now in Super Bowl 65 as we welcome you back to live action. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll pitch it out here.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, design run for their wideout.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Richardson looking to throw.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
Give him 30 yards there.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Back to throw. Kramer. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Now they'll change things up. And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Rig alert! Rig alert!
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
107 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good gain there on 1st down. And keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hey, good game. Hey, good fucking game.
Airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling.
Nah, good game, bro. Good game. You'll be back, my boy. You'll be back. I just had the momentum, bro. I came out. I just had the momentum, bro.
The offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Hey, Lou, what's going on, man? Yo.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up to your Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is. And rarely
Do we have a team that holds the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way? Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. They get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off-season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium ready to hand that Lombardi Trophy to the Pittsburgh Steelers. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL Audio Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home. I'm Brandon Garth. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.